Alright, this is John Cola with DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have the Omega VERT VRT330 model. This is going to be an in-depth review. Now, I've had the VERT for many months now, and there have been some challenges with the Omega VERT juicer. First thing that I heard was that people were not too happy that when they were juicing straight leaves, so this is some straight bok choy actually from my garden, but when they were juicing straight kale and collards and other things, it just wouldn't really work that well for them. So then, well, what I do now is if somebody wants to juice mostly all green leaves, I'd recommend the Omega 8003, 8004, 8005, or 8006 models, with preference to the 8004 and 8006. Those are much better deals because they're a little bit more expensive. They have the GE Ultima auger and the extra 5 years on the warranty. So if you want to juice straight leaves, probably that's going to be a better juicer than the VERT. Let's see, reasons why the VERT's good is because it juices fast. It's a lot faster than the single auger horizontal, because this is a vertical auger or vertical single auger, so it works a lot better. We're going to juice in just 1 second here. We're going to juice some carrots today, some apples, and some bok choy out of my garden, and actually some lemon. That's going to be a nice juice. Let's see, let's go over some of the other problems with the juicer. So let's see, if you put the pulp back through this juicer like you can, so most juicers besides centrifugal style juicers, you can actually take the pulp out and put it back through the machine for a second pressing. Now the problem when you do that with the VERT is that you get a lot more extra pulp in the juice if you do put the pulp back through. So now if you don't like extra pulp in your juice, don't run your pulp back through the machine for a second time. The other problems that were happening basically was if a lot of people just don't even know or are aware, like if I started juicing like this, it wouldn't be good. We have this rubber plug or silicone plug that needs to get pushed into the juicer every time you use it. If you don't push this plug in, the juicer is not going to work properly. You're basically going to lose yield because the pulp's going to be pushed out when it's really wet. The other thing, you need to make sure that this needs to be all the way pushed in, so that is not pushed all the way in. You want to be able to look down into the top right in this part, and you want to see that this whole space basically is filled with this yellow plug. That way you're going to get the highest possible yield with this juicer. And if it's not pushed all the way in, then you're going to get juice seepage around the base of your juicer. So we're going to go ahead and assemble this. So basically this is really easy to assemble. You're going to take this main bowl piece, put it on here, and then slide it to the right. Then the next two pieces you're going to put in are the wiping blade, automatic wiping blade, and the screen. So that you just insert like that, and then you line up this red dot here with the red dot on the side of the machine. You're going to put that in, and it's going to, everything's going to be lined up properly. The next thing you're going to do then is take the auger and stick that in. It's going to seat in there nicely. Then you're going to line up this arrow with the red dot, put that in place, and then slide it to the left, and that's going to lock into place, and you're going to be ready to juice. So the next thing that I've noticed, or that I've had customer comments about, is that if you're used to a centrifugal ejection style juicer, that juicer makes a relatively pulp-free juice. And then if you get the Omega VERT, some people aren't too happy with that this juicer does put a little bit more pulp in the juice. So every juicer is a little bit different. Centrifugal ejections are on the far side of basically virtually a pulp-free juice, and maybe the single auger juicers are more towards the side of more pulpy juice, and something like a twin gear would be more towards the middle, maybe middle of the road pulp, or not too much pulp. Now, as always, you could always take basically a stainless steel strainer and strain out the extra pulp, which I did demonstrate in one of my videos. But one of my customers actually had a really good idea to take basically what he used was a paint strainer from Lowe's, and what I'm using here is actually what's called a nut milk bag or sprout bag. So a paint strainer from Lowe's would be basically a nylon bag with small holes. This happens to be an organic cotton sprout bag, and all we're going to do is we're just going to literally line our juice catch container here with the sprout bag. So when we're juicing now, all the juice is going to go into the bag, and all the pulp is basically going to get caught within the bag, and then we're going to pull this bag out and squeeze all the juice out into the collection cup, so that way we will have a pulp-free juice with the Omega VERT juicer. That's if the pulp bothers you. most people don't seem to mind about the pulp, but there are the occasional persons that really don't like the pulp in their juice. So let's go ahead and get started juicing today. I'm going to turn the juicer on. And I really like that this machine is one of the most quiet machines on the market. We're going to start off by putting some carrots in there. And the carrots are literally self-feeding. You can look at the carrot and watch the carrot literally get sucked up by the machine, and I don't even have to use the pusher. So that's definitely really good. We just put an apple in there too. It literally was sucked in there. Let's go ahead and put the lemon in there. Takes the lemon right up. Now when you're juicing in the Omega VERT juicer, I do recommend alternating your produce. So you just saw we put a carrot, apple followed by the lemon, and now we're going to put in the bok choy. I think juicing leafy greens are really important, and we should be juicing a lot of leafy greens, whether it's bok choy, kale, collards, dandelion greens, spinach, or whatever. That's really where the benefits of the juicer come in, because, you know, unless we chew our food really well, and most people don't chew their food really well, we're not going to get the optimum digestion or nutrition or absorption out of these leafy greens, or even the root vegetables such as these carrots. The Omega VERT juicer right now is in really short supply. So most companies are taking back orders for the machine. So a back order is when the company doesn't have them in stock, and they're basically taking your order and your money and promising you that they will ship you out one when they get them back in stock, even if they don't know when they're going to get them back in stock, or even if they don't know how many they're going to get back in stock. So here at Discount Juicers, we do not take any back orders. And what we do is we do what's called a pre-sale. As soon as we know that we will be assured in getting inventory in stock of the Omega VERT juicer, then and only then will we sell as many units as we are getting in stock. There is a problem with Omega and getting the VERTs in. They're just selling so fast because they are so popular. Let's see, so I have saved actually 2 Omega VERT juicers that we have at discountjuicers.com in stock right now. So if you're watching this video and you want one of those 2 juicers, email me personally, sales@discountjuicers.com, and I'll tell you where to order it. And if you're one of the first 2 people, you will get one shipped right out to you. And if you're not one of the first 2 people, I will tell you how that you could do a pre-order for this next shipment we're getting in. We're getting quite a few of these Omega VERT juicers in our next shipment, and you know, we will be pre-selling them to basically first to our YouTube viewers. So only our YouTube viewers will get first crack at doing this pre-sale and buying the Omega VERT juicers that we will be getting in stock. Then we'll open it up later, about a day or 2 before we actually get the units in stock to our, you know, just regular traffic and regular visitors to our website. So we're almost done juicing here in the Omega VERT juicer. We have 1 more leaf of bok choy and 1 more carrot to put in there. So as you can see, this pulp container is pretty full now, and so is the juice catch cup. Looks like our sprout bag is working there pretty well. It's going to separate out all that foam. It actually also works as a foam catch for us. So we're going to put up this little bit to catch all that extra stuff. Now let me show you how to use that sprout bag. So now we've basically caught everything inside the bag, and we're literally just going to lift up this bag really slowly and carefully. And you're literally gonna like milk the bag like you're milking a cow or something. So you could see all the juice coming out of the sprout bag, and basically all that's allowed through the holes of the sprout bag, or this organic cloth bag, is the juice, and all the fiber is staying contained within this bag. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the pulp, and I would normally drink the pulp, but you know, for people that are concerned about the pulp, this is a solution to the extra pulp in the Omega VERT juicers by carefully straining it out. So our collection cup is almost full, and I've almost pressed out all the juice. Now this is a slow process, you know, to press out all the juice, so I personally Wouldn't normally do this, but got to show people how it's done. Alright, so we're just about finished pressing out all the juice out of the nut milk bag or sprout bag. We're going to go ahead and stop here and let me show you what's left in the bag. So what's left in the bag basically is all this small fibrous pulp. So basically it's just really fine pulp that was allowed through the juicer screen. And you know, we could even wring this out a little bit more. It's still quite wet, and actually, you know, it's good to eat. I would normally just not even press this out. I think it's fine. Tastes really good. Can't wait to drink that juice. So this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.